Today, we're building the KiwiCo mechanical sweeper. Let's get ready to tidy things up in style. Starting with part A, let's make the parts. First, attach the grip to this wooden piece. Next, use a T-nut to hold the two pieces in place. Now, use the longer blue bolt and twist here. Yay, you've built the handle! Alright, set aside the handle for now, then grab two blue sweeper arms and the rocker. Poke them through here, and be sure that the windows of your rocker are facing upward. Now attach the brush here. Try pinching the edges to make it easier to slide in. And be sure the sweeper arms reach all the way to these slots. Next, we're going to poke the cam rods through here and click them into place. And just like that, you've built the broom. And now we're going to grab two rakes and poke through here and here on the gear mount. Okay, let's put on the planetary gears here and here. And now repeat steps 7 through 8 for the other side. Add another gear mount and two more planetary gears. Yay! You built the sweeper bars! On to part B. Let's make the body. Now, we're gonna grab the wooden piece without the KiwiCo logo on it. Then, take your green gear and add it into the hole with the matching shape. Next, grab the handle from part A and attach here. The handle should point this way, opposite of where the gear is. Next, attach the flap in here. Slide it all the way in and make sure the folded edge is facing away from you. Then, add a T-nut here. Now, secure that in place with a bolt and twist. Okay, rotate your build so the inside is now facing you. Place the broom from part A in here. The rounded ends of the tabs face toward the green gear, like this. Now, hold the broom in place and add the pulley wheel from the underside of the wooden piece. Be sure the bump side is facing up. Next, grab the sweeper bars from part A and your cardboard guide. Make sure the teeth are lined up in this area, just like this. Now, fold the guide over. Now, place this piece here. This part is easier if you lift the wood piece up from your work surface before you line the gears up. Time for our first stop and check. Make sure the gears line up, otherwise the sweeper just won't sweep. Now, remove your guide. Add the ramp here using these slots. It's okay if it's a little loose. Now, twist the small green bolt here. Make sure it's tight and flush with the wood. Line up this end of the ramp with this hole, and then secure it with another green bolt. Next, grab the wood piece that does have the KiwiCo logo on it and add in a static gear. Make sure the gear matches the shape of the hole. Alright, Before moving forward, make sure the teeth are lined up just like this. The next steps can be kind of tricky, so take your time and grab a grown-up assistant for help if you need it. Now, place the wooden piece on top. Make sure everything is flush with the wood and that the gears line up like this. Let's do another stop and check. Make sure the sweeper bars are straight and the gears are aligned. Now, rotate your sweeper so that the handle is facing you and poke the ends into the slots. Lastly, make sure everything is popped in. Next, add a nut here, then twist in a long blue bolt. Rotate your build back again, and then poke these tabs into these slots. Now, look at your build from the top. Make sure all of these parts are lined up and fit through the holes. Then, twist in 2 bolts. Next, add a pulley wheel here. Yay, you've built the body! Now for part C, adding the wheels. First, poke a green bolt here. Then, twist your back wheel onto the bolt. Next, attach the largest belt over the 2 gears and cross them so it looks like a figure 8. Now add the blue O-ring onto the other back wheel. Flip your sweeper and then poke a bolt through this hole. Grab the wheel from the last step and place it here. Next, add the fender here. Now add the yellow O-ring over the front wheel. Repeat and do it a second time on the second wheel. Attach the front wheel here. Then add a green bolt here and twist. Now, flip this over and repeat steps 6 through 9 on this side to get the front wheel here. Don't worry, you don't need to make another front wheel. You can use the second one you made from step 7. And friendly reminder, just make sure your O-rings are on there really well. Next, attach the bin here. Gently pull the wood apart to poke the bin pegs in these holes. Okay, try this. Swing the bin open and close. Now we're almost done. Follow the steps on the crate cover to customize and make a face for your sweeper. Now that you're finally done with your build, it's time to start sweeping. First, scatter your pom-poms. Then, push a little on your sweeper as you move forward. Both the sweeper bars and the broom should be moving. If they're not, press down on the handle a little bit harder, and then just sweep up as many pom-poms as you can. Once you collected all your pom-poms, just release the bin to sweep again. Now that we've got our mechanical sweeper moving, what exactly is going on here? Well, when you push the sweeper forward, the front wheels turn, which moves these green gears meshed with these orange gears. As the orange gears turn, they also rotate the sweeper bars so they scoop up the pom-poms. Next, the broom flap pushes all the pom-poms back into the bin. The flap's back and forth motion is made possible thanks to the back wheel and the pulley all threaded together by this belt. So all these parts are working together, and what you're basically getting is mechanical engineering in action. It turns your motion into a sweeping machine. Now, if you run into trouble when you start to play, don't worry, I've got you. If the pom-poms aren't being picked up, make sure your gears are lined up correctly. The gears should be meshing smoothly and the bars shouldn't be twisted. If the pom-poms are getting picked up but they're bouncing all over the place, try moving the sweeper a little slower as you sweep. Now, if the red broom doesn't turn, make sure that the red brush is pushed all the way up into these blue arms. Then, just press down a little on the handle as you sweep so that the back wheels rotate. But if the sweeper bars don't rotate, make sure you press down a little forward so that the front wheels turn along the floor. Now, if the broom kicks pom-poms out rather than sweeping them in, make sure that the belt has a figure 8-like twist to it. Lastly, if the front wheel O-rings start to come off, don't push quite as hard as you sweep, and also be sure to sweep in a straight line. With all that said and done, sweepers actually have some really cool uses in the real world, from hanging out in space to giving little bees tummy massages. For example, right now there are thousands of bits of junk just floating in space from old satellites. Some scientists want to use lasers or magnets to sweep the debris out of the way so new satellites don't run into it. Now, with bees, beekeepers use soft brushes to gently brush the bees off of honeycombs so beekeepers can safely harvest the honey. The brushes keep the bees both calm and clean. What's really cool about these brushes is that they have soft bristles that basically act like little sweepers. It's so cool to see the sweeper in your hands has so many different real-world applications. Thank you guys so much for building along with us today. If you want to see even more exciting builds like this one, subscribe to our channel and we'll see you soon. Let's get ready to some sweet tidying up, tidy up the sweepstakes, yeah. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for building along. Sorry.